The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Odell's, Wichita by EB, Kirby's Beer Store, Party Rockers ICT, and Sacred Leaf.
All right, everything. We're going good. We had to just download a little bit of info real quick. But here we are at Aaron and Austin Show invade the Small Town Roots Festival.
In my hometown of Winfield, Kansas.
Right where this young chap was born and raised. He has lit many fires on these campgrounds and been chased out of here for God knows what, allegedly.
Allegedly.
His bare ass has run through this park naked. Who knows how many times?
This is one of the coolest features of Winfield, really. Island Park's like
beautiful.
It's just
park.
awesome, man.
This is my first time actually getting in with the park, and it is, I will say, beautiful park. Very well set up.
And it is an actual island. I mean, it's surrounded by water, so you just get to kind of like bring your kids down here and go play.
Yeah, and it's
cool. Just hit it.
Bunch of cool landscaping. They've got a bunch of waterfalls set up around the outside.
They have the biggest playground in the state of Kansas, I believe.
Yeah, we're going to just say it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We're just going to go with, as of right now, world record, actually. World record playground.
And we're right here by the band shell. They just built this in the last couple of years.
Yeah, so there is actually a really sweet stage that we are stage left of. Is that how you say that? Yeah, bet. Look at me go. Stage left here, sitting right here amongst the crowd. It is a beautiful day so far. We got vendors out here. We got the artichokes out here. There is all kind. There's Indian tacos out here. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and we're right here in this man's hometown where he'll be on stage later today. Just a beautiful thing. So give us a little bit of background on what's going on with this festival, Aaron. What do you know about it?
Well, so this is the first year of the festival. The Terry Quiett Band's manager, Ryan Baker, is putting this thing on, and so really it's a bunch of our friends. Mississippi Hal Reed is on stage right now, and he's been on a couple of our records.
Yeah, look out for that interview coming up later in this episode.
Them out of Iowa. This guitar player that he's got with him, actually, like I jammed with him when I was playing in Chris Lager band.
Oh, really?
He get up.
So you're gonna like, there's gonna be a little sprinkling of people you know throughout every little group, huh?
Yeah, this is like family to me. I'm looking out like there's Patty Parker and Dave Rasmussen. That's Jan Fairbanks.
He is full on celebrity. He's full on celebrity mode here, guys.
Yeah, well, and I know everybody. It looks like.
Well, it looks like they're erecting a statue over there of you in the corner. That's how you write jokes on the fly, motherfucker.
The city would have that torn down in a heartbeat.
Well, it would be a great day. Maybe we'd do it as an effigy, and now we burn an Aaron at the end of this motherfucker.
I like that. Like
burn an Aaron in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's on fire. He's on fire. He's too on fire for.
It's our own version of Burning Man, really.
Yeah, we'll just burn an Aaron effigy every time.
Yeah,
and it'd be cool. Like the fuse could be like a really long dread from the back. I'm liking this idea more and more.
Yeah, it's starting to work.
This is really a cool idea. We're kind of licking our chops here. We got to do ICT Fest. We got to do Monica's Winterfest, and we're kicking into the Damn Jam after this. So this is really cool. We're loving being part of these festivals. So I hope you stick around and check out Kristin Hamilton and the Heat. We just did that. Kristin Hamilton. You know I'm going to fuck names up all day long, but we'll try our best. We'll get all the stuff in the credentials. Check out all the interviews we're going to do today. He's going to get on stage. We'll hopefully get some B-roll of all that. We're going to have a great episode live on location here. So
yeah, man, it's going to be cool. We got Bernard Allison coming out. He's going to headline the event. This Luther Allison's kid, if you know Luther Allison.
Yeah, so stick around. Yeah. We're hoping to land that interview. Can we think we'll score that?
I'm hoping so. I feel good about it.
All right. It never hurts to ask. You never know what we're going to get into. So we're jamming right here in Aaron Underwood's hometown, right where the greatness started, right here.
I'm gonna see if I can't get some of my old friends to pop up on here.
We're gonna throw a bunch of. You know how these episodes go, guys. We're gonna throw a bunch of stuff together. So make sure that you check out every single little blip. Each interview is gonna be 5-10 minutes at the most. So check out all the random artists. We just had that. Like I said, we actually filmed one before this started. So we got so check out the Kristin Hamilton and the Heat too as well. So that'll roll right into this. And thanks for showing up. We're doing festivals now, bitch. All right. Well, here's the Aaron and Austin Show invade Small Town Roots Music Festival. Here we are, right in Aaron's hometown,
in Winfield, Kansas, at Island Park. I brought my kid today because he can't get in trouble, right? Like, it's surrounded by water. As long as you don't cross that bridge, you're stuck.
Beautiful climbing trees.
There's even a nice little waterfall over there too.
I saw that.
The biggest playground, arguably, in Kansas. Like
we'll just say it is. Let's just make up shit.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest playground in Kansas.
But here we are with Kristin Hamilton and the Heat.
That's right.
They just got off, and it's perfect today because we got a little bit of rain early today, and it was humid as a fucker out here this morning.
Heard.
So We're supposed to get rain later tonight. We'll see how that goes. But introduce your guys yourself, introduce your band, and where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Right on. Kristin Hamilton, and right next to me is my daughter Lucy Gray. You guys want to say
what do
your
they do
names?
in the band too?
Okay. Lucy plays fiddle and sings harmony.
Awesome.
And is a songwriter. And Devin, songwriter, pedal steel, for the Heat. Jessica Sally here. She's plays drums and sings beautiful high harmonies. And also songwriter. They're all songwriters.
That helps.
Leah
That helps a lot.
Sproul. It does help. It's so much fun. Leah Sproul is our bass player and also sings beautiful harmonies. And then Greg Gagne
With a badass shirt.
Totally crazy cool shirt.
Total bananas.
Telecaster, lead guitar, beautiful harmonies. These guys are incredible, and I'm just really blessed to get to play with these guys. Honestly, that's why I call them the Heat, because they're hot.
Well, it sounds like everybody gets to sing a little bit in this band. So
they sing.
I like that.
And sing their own songs. We do probably mostly my originals, some fun covers, some honky tonk, some country. But yeah, we take turns passing the mic around, and these guys have killer songs. So
that's awesome. You guys are out of KC.
It makes it more fun for all of us.
You guys are out of Kansas City?
Yeah, out of Kansas City.
That's awesome. So what would you call yourself? Are you like country, Americana? Or are we? It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. I like to say folk country, but oftentimes we're playing full-on honky-tonk type sets back home. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you got a pedal steel, or as Austin calls it, a sitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is the shirt I'm wearing it leads into this is he's a pedal steel player, and I just to mess with him I call it a sitar because you're sitting down playing guitar, even though it's not even the same. It's not even the same fucking thing, but I think it's funny. I'm not a musician. I get to make stupid ass jokes. So is this an entity altogether? Is it separate things too? Do you do by yourself and the Heat's by itself sometime?
Man,
or is
everyone's got incredible projects of their own outside of the Heat. Devin's got an incredible band called Timbers. Lucy and I play as a mother-daughter duo quite often. Jessica Sally, Greg Gagne, Leah Sproul, they're in this outstanding band called Cowtown Country Club.
Nice.
Really,
awesome.
All these are worthy of checking out. Leah Sproul's about to release a debut solo album, so
yeah, you can feel free to shout out
solo bass player, right?
Feel free to shout out all those credentials if you guys. If you guys have YouTube pages or anything, feel free to spill all that out right now. If you got it all.
Yeah, I'll
where can we find all your guys' stuff?
I'll say you could start by going to KristinHamiltonMusic.com, where I've got information about the Heat and all of our different projects. So
you can kind of get there you can kind of almost get to anywhere if we start there.
Almost. It would be a little bit of a journey, but yeah, that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
CowtownCountryClub.com. Is that correct, y'all? Timbersmusic.com.
Search the hashtag unsolicited steal.
Hashtag unsolicited steal. You'll
Okay.
find,
that.
Devin's got
I like
quite a
that, yeah.
social media following.
So we do too as well. So we'll try to get all that out on the Aaron and Austin Show Facebook page and Spotify and YouTube and stuff. And we'll try to release this so you guys can find it and like it and share it and all that stuff when it goes.
Are we your first guest today?
Yeah.
We're honored, truly, to be kicking off the first inaugural Small Town Roots Festival. This is huge for us. We're super excited. We get to go down in the books on this one, huh?
So where are you guys at next? Where are you guys going?
We'll go. See, what do we have next? You guys, I need to look at my website.
Go ahead, feel free.
So we've got a bunch of different. They've got a Cowtown Country Club gig. Devin doesn't stop playing.
Got 3 different bands this week.
He's got 3 different bands this week, and Lucy and I have a few gigs just as mother-daughter duo this week. I'm trying to think of our next, The Heat.
We're playing at Maddie's.
We're going to do a trio, Meddy's Mediterranean, next month.
Throughout Kansas City, or
Yeah.
Okay, so look for them
we're
at Meddy's
mainly
in Kansas
all
City?
in Kansas City. Yeah.
Are you guys in Kansas City, Kansas? Kansas City, Mo? What side are you on?
Kansas City, Missouri. I know. I could tell you we're headlining the Friday night of Bluegrass Battles Hunger in St. Joe in September. We're really excited about that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
That's
everybody.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
That's this one. Yeah.
And that's the full Heat. Yeah, that's Kristin.
So how did
Hamilton.
you guys get involved in this? Who hit you up to come hit this up?
After during and after COVID, I was really missing my folks. And my dad's a musician. He's the one that got me into music and actually started my first band under the big oak tree with me. Yet never recorded with us. We had 3 albums out. My dad had moved to Texas. His name's Rocky Cathcart. And I was getting worried. I wanted to record something with my dad. I couldn't believe I never had done that. And so I met these guys. I actually reached out to Jessica Sally. I needed a drummer. I realized I was writing kind of country songs as opposed to my last project was more of a string band, a little more bluegrass. And so I reached out to these guys and started jamming together. And before I knew it, we were forming a band. And Gregory Gagne here was producing the album, and it's got 3 generations of my family on it, so it's very special to me.
And where can we find that?
It's called Touch of Blue, and you can find it all over.
Where's the best place for you to find it? Where's the one?
Probably, I would say my website.
Okay.
Yeah, or the merch table. Come to a live show.
Okay, bet.
Kristin Hamilton.
Are you guys selling merch for a little bit, or are you guys about to go?
Yeah, no, we got merch. I've got it out. I've got a vinyl record, which I'm really excited. That's
Awesome.
a childhood dream of mine come true.
Just to have a vinyl
These guys
record?
all helped me make come true.
That's
Just to be
fucking
on
cool.
vinyl.
That's
I
fucking
grew
cool,
up
man.
listening to records, so super psyched. Yeah.
All right, well, badass. Well, thanks for coming over and doing the show, guys, and we'll try to get most of your credentials out there, so we can and spread our word in Kansas City. We'd love to
We will.
branch out. So
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in town, coordinate with Aaron and Austin show. Maybe we get a full show together. So.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks for coming over, guys.
Thank
All
you.
right, here we are. Hey, and I decided we're sitting here listening to Mississippi Hal Road and family. Hal Reed, excuse me, Mississippi Hal Reed and family. Hopefully have them on here in a sec. But hey, we need a couple quick minutes. Shout out to John Vogues. Everybody knows him from the guy yelling in the background. We're giving him his couple minutes. He's out here. He's working his ass off, getting our shit together on location. John, I appreciate you for everything that you do. I really.
Right.
So, John, give him a few minutes. Tell him about yourself.
First of
here
all,
he is. Here's our engineer in the background. Our young
First of
Jamie.
all, I do want to address the screaming in the background thing because I know some people honestly don't like it, and I'm
they'll be
sorry
fine.
about that. It'll get better though because one of the things we've been talking about is when we get our studio set up. I actually have a microphone to talk to Aaron and Austin by themselves that no one else hears.
So all that shit will go away, and then
Yeah.
it'll just be the stuff when we go to him. So
Right.
stay tuned. We're gonna put him in. We're gonna put him in a room under the basement and tell him to shut up.
I get to be by myself.
But yeah, we really appreciate you, dude. We couldn't get all this going
Thank you,
without him.
man.
We want to give John a shout out. He gets out here. We picked up this morning. We got all our cameras. We got all our lights.
Oh, yeah.
And we're out here on location, sitting here.
been a frantic morning, but it was good. It's been
it
good.
is. We got a nice little spot right here on the stage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just wanted to give you a couple minutes and appreciate you everything that you do.
Hell
I
yeah,
appreciate
hell
you,
yeah.
brother.
This is the shit I love doing, as you well know.
Yeah.
You see the passion in me every day. I know this week.
And I know you guys all recognize it. Everybody be like, "That's the guy." Yeah, you've seen him at all the venues around town doing sound. You've probably seen him on stage a few times as well too. So
And more to come. I got some Band of Assholes cover shit coming up. Brad and I have been working with Steve Headley, Josh Swigert, and Ben Webster. We're starting a new band called Dead End Mary, so hopefully that comes out soon-ish.
oh, nice. Is that covers too, or are we gonna do something?
Oh no,
original
that's
there?
all originals. That's me and
okay.
Brad with a
Ooh,
new
sneak peek.
project.
Sneak
so
peek.
Brad
So-
Hagler, formerly of Barrel Bright, and most of you know probably Brad Hagler to begin with.
The mustache.
Yeah, I was in Dear Departed back in the day. That's how we met. We played a lot of shows together, and we always really enjoyed each other's vibes. We were brother bands back in the day. So now we're starting a project together. It's part alt rock, part pop, part math metal. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It should be pretty cool.
So yeah, look out. John's got a couple things going on. He's also
things.
he's our engineer at Slowco Studios. He does a lot of our sound shit, and he's our executive producer on this podcast. So I wanted to give John a couple of minutes. So
if you need any mixing, or if you want me to record your drums, those are the things I'm getting good at. Holler at me.
Yep, holler at us. We're always willing to work. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out no matter what it is. So thanks, John, and I appreciate everything you
Thank
do
you,
for
brother.
our podcast, brother.
Appreciate
Thanks for
you,
coming
man. Hell yeah.
on. Here we are.
Yeah, I really wanted to do this because there's just so many people here that I know. Okay, this is my hometown.
Yeah.
And then it's people like you and Patty and
Yeah.
so many people that have been around for so long. Jan has been our number one fan in the Terry Quiett band
No lie. No lie. It's a thing.
for probably 40 years.
So you're a Terry.
And-
you are a Terry Quiett band groupie.
Exactly. The number
Yes.
one.
Number one
The
group.
number
number
one.
one.
The
So
OG.
there. That's
the OG.
That's worth the interview right there. How easy
yeah.
is that?
Me and Jan have road tripped to Memphis together. That's right.
You guys have done. You
We
guys
have-
have seen some things.
We have seen some things.
Yeah, we have shared hotel rooms.
We
Oh,
have.
so it's been the thing.
More
Yeah.
than one time. More
Yeah.
than one time.
When I've played in Hutchinson and got maybe a little too much to drink, she's offered me to stay at her house.
So you're from Hutchinson?
There's a
Yes,
spare
I'm
bedroom
from
there.
Hutch,
Yeah, it's so Jan Fairbanks, our number one fan. Yes.
She ain't missing a show. That's what I like.
I had to give her an opportunity to come on.
Well, hey, that's what we're doing out here. When Aaron and Austin invade a festival, you walk by and you look like you're going to want to be on an interview. We got this shit set up. What the fuck else are we doing here?
You're ready.
What else are we doing here? We got to make John do some shit.
Is that John?
This is John. Yeah, this is John, our executive producer.
I see you doing some shit over there.
Lots of shit.
Gotcha.
And thank you. I understand that you brought the air conditioned RV.
Yes, sir.
Today.
I
That's
did.
your guys' RV.
Where'd you get that T-shirt at?
It's amazing.
Well, myself and my friend Lori, who's over there in the other green T-shirt,
Nice.
we are the medical staff.
Ooh, the medical staff.
Okay.
So
If anybody overheats or you fall on yourself or you piss yourself, you might have to handle that one yourself.
Well, if you piss yourself, I don't.
That's on you.
Yeah, you
that
get
one's
to
on
walk
you.
home.
That one's on you.
We'll call 911. for
I'd
you.
just fall in the water and be like, "Oh, I fell in the water."
Oh, I wouldn't fall in that water. It looks really green.
Yeah.
Is it pretty gross out
Yeah,
here?
it doesn't look
There's a
good.
pool out here. Maybe
It's a
jump
little
in that.
gnarly, little gnarly.
But yeah, we got a whole day thing out here. So you gonna kick it for all the bands today?
Hell yeah!
That's what I'm
here
talking
till
about.
the bitter end.
You're waiting for Terry Quiett though. That's what you're here for.
I'm here for all of it, but yeah.
He's performing shirtless tonight. I heard.
That's right.
Yes!
That's right. It's way too hot for clothes.
Oh yeah,
I gotcha.
dude. Yeah, a little tequila, pantsless. If you start him with shirtless,
Wait a minute.
tequila gets him pantsless.
Oh shit.
He'll admit that even, won't he?
Well, it's a fucker fight reflex.
It is.
Really. It's a-
It is, and since we're having a good day,
since we're getting drunk, then it's like I get him confused. You know
Yeah.
what
I
mean? Like,
understand. Like,
so the
what-
pants come down and he starts swinging too. It's weird.
kiss you, hit you, a little bit of both. I don't know. It's a-
It's like a full helicopter coming in.
It's
You
a
don't know what's going to
kinky
happen.
Right on stage. Right on
So
stage.
so share a memory with us.
When's the last time you seen Aaron's bare ass?
No, not like that
well,
kind of memory.
that's
just,
kind of stuff. That's secret.
Yeah.
That's personal stuff. Yeah. Well, that one time that you guys were going to Colorado and Ryan, the manager, had something happening. Something with his wife. I don't know what it was.
something
Allegedly.
traumatic.
And he couldn't go. We were at CQ Fest,
Okay.
and Ryan said, "You think you could go on tour with the guys to Colorado?" And I was such a starstruck groupie. I was like, "You mean ride in the van? Oh my God." And he said, "Yeah." So I went there and sold merch and found out there's nothing too glamorous about
No.
being
No,
on
it's
the
not
road.
near as cool as it
It's
looks.
really not as cool as you
It
think.
sounds so badass. You're like, I'm gonna be backstage with the
Yeah,
band,
boy,
and
that's
then
right.
you're sitting there hot and working, and you're like,
yeah,
this is not what I signed up for.
yeah.
I just find it telling that our manager goes, these guys need a babysitter. Jan, do you
Yeah,
mind?
do you mind, baby?
That's really what the whole thing was.
Yeah. He called
Between
it.
the lines, that's kind of what
He
happened.
called it. Could you sell merch? Is what he
Oh, yeah,
said.
that's
And
what
I
he
said,
said.
of course I can sell.
Can you
merch.
watch after these fucking degenerates?
Can you make sure Aaron doesn't go to jail? That's really what I think you're saying.
And you know, I did a good job. Nobody
I didn't
went
go to jail. I didn't
We
go
made
to
it home. It was a good time.
Well, good
I've-
enough job that you're now in charge of the whole entire festival's
Yeah.
nursing. So
I
make sure these
guess.
motherfuckers don't drop.
Exactly. You know, I do work for hospice, so.
Oh, well, so that's the wrong end. That's
I'm just saying.
So I hope we're not bringing that care out here.
No, we're not bringing that care out here.
We could set up a hospice care tent, but I don't think it'd go over well.
There is a story about when one time in Hutchinson,
One time in Hutchinson.
when Aaron was playing with another person, and they
what
were called
happens
to
in Hutchinson?
Playing with another person, you
Stays.
might want to be a little more specific
Yeah.
there.
Well, I don't know if he wants me to. So
This is-
there was
We're
a
playing
duo.
music.
There was playing
with-
music
Okay, there it is. Enter
with
that
a
word.
different
God.
person.
Oh, Lord.
It was a duo.
You
And
signed up for this.
We were going. They were gonna stay at my house, and I don't even know. The police were going down the road. I want to tell you, Aaron, I still have some voicemails
Oh, no.
on my phone from like way back.
See,
Because-
that's. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Supposed to delete.
No shit.
know, but
Delete
it-
that shit.
But it's so.
Yeah.
She's
was
setting your ass up.
fun.
She's setting your ass up for blackmail someday.
No, it was just so fun. He kept calling me saying, "Hey, where you at? I don't know. We're going to your house. I don't know where you live. Where you at?"
I need
I've always
directions.
called-
I need
it was
directions.
it was a good time. We had a good time. Patty and I drank
Always.
way too much sangria that night. I do remember
Sangria
that.
will do it.
Yeah, well, that's always a fun
I
time.
think
will do
Patty swore off sangria after that night. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on
Yeah.
and sharing a bunch of embarrassing. If you have any like weird baby photos of Aaron or anything, we can,
Well, I mean, like, seriously, 10, 15 years, I think we've
Well, yeah.
been.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, been friends,
It's
so-
about 2008. is
So some of
when-
those early pictures, they damn near look like baby photos.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
no shit.
yeah.
In 2008, I mean, it's forever ago.
that's what I
feels
mean.
like.
Pictures and play the voicemails.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
here's
fucking
how
I thought
long
you
it-
had a mic for today. What the fuck?
Here's how long
I
ago
hit
it
it.
was. When I
That's
first
smooth.
found Terry Quiett Band, I contacted them on MySpace.
Oh wow.
That's how long ago it was.
Badass.
Not
Badass.
even kidding.
So
incredible.
shout out to people like you that support bands and fucking travel for them and help them out. Like the community, the community of people like you is why people do music
Yep.
and why it's successful.
Thank you,
Right.
Jan.
Thank you, Jan. All right, well here we are.
All right, man. This is cool because I known your ass for long ass time now. Yeah, really.
Since probably 2010.
Yep.
Ever how many years that is?
Enough.
13
Enough.
years.
Yeah, let's round it up
13.
15.
And then when I was
Sounds
out,
good.
then when I was out on tour with Chris Locker, I met Brett.
Right?
Well, why don't you introduce
Yeah.
the band?
Well, that's the funny part. All right, like the band. I think Ryan called you guys Mississippi Hal Reed and family.
Right.
So
That
the
was-
band don't have a name, or what is it?
Well, what it was supposed to be the Southern Family.
Okay.
And my other nephew, the twin to him,
Yeah.
he didn't get here this week.
All right.
So we just went as a family.
Dude.
We were all family anyway.
So you
That's
have a
right.
twin,
That's
and you both play the drums. What do you? I can't.
He plays guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome young guy.
All right. So I know Hal Reed, and I know
Wow.
Brett, and I know Roger. Now, what's your name?
Give him mic. Give him the mic while so we can hear him.
Yeah.
Top right here.
Trey.
Trey.
Yes, sir.
Man, I never heard you play drums. I never met you before, but you sound good, man.
Thank you.
I
That's
dig
good
it.
praise
I
for
dig it.
him.
It sounded great.
He don't give drummers too much praise.
Well, I don't give it freely.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
I don't give it freely.
So is your twin identical twin or just twin?
No, I call them twins. They're really not.
Oh, okay. They're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
brothers.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I got
there
you.
you go.
Got you.
They're just relatives, and that's how we do it.
Oh,
That's how
nice.
we do it in Mississippi. That's how we do it in Mississippi.
So how'd you guys all come? How'd this all come together? Yeah, let him get the mic.
Yep. This concoction, Roger and I have worked together for 25 years, and Brett, I think we met Brett about 10 years ago. A little bit, maybe before that.
2010.
Yeah, 2000, about 2010, and we met in Chicago. I actually met in Chicago and found out we had mutual friends.
Now, Rod's from Chicago, yeah?
No, Roger's from Peoria.
Peoria. Okay, so
Rodger's from Peoria.
Chicago. That's right.
Chicago, I think, is where music came from. That's just my opinion.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
He likes sports, man. He's a sports side.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
A lot of my favorite music.
If
comes out of
he
Chicago.
dig a little deeper, then he'll find that the music that he thinks is from Chicago is actually from Mississippi. So
right.
Oh, okay.
We'll worry about it.
I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say I'm not. That I definitely am not informed. So I will believe you on that. I ain't gonna lie.
I won't go into teaching mode
That's right.
today.
That's right.
Now you can school me anytime. I ain't too big to get schooled on
He
my
got
own
a whole
show.
presentation, man. I heard
I
it.
just like horns and shit in my music. Like I
and
always
shit.
say.
Yeah,
I like
I-
horns and piano in my music, so it comes out of Chicago real fine there. So.
Yeah, man. It's and the stuff that Brett does. I mean, he had to learn it in Chicago, you know. And so it's great to have him as a part of the band.
Nice. So where can we find all you guys' like work and stuff? Is there a way? Do you have a social media that we can get a hold of? Do you have a way to listen to any of your music? Like, what's all your
mostly
brands?
YouTube.
YouTube's the best.
YouTube's best.
Yeah, same for us too,
YouTube's
man.
best.
We ride that YouTube train too, like everybody else does. So what are we searching on YouTube? What's the easiest? What's the easiest?
Hal Reed.
Hal Reed.
Just Hal Reed.
All right, nice.
And it'll bring up all the different bands that I had that has been under. Let's see, Hal Reed, Bad Luck. That was way back, and what else was it? MOB. We were the Men of Blues until we got a female bass player. So we had to act.
So we're like, shit, we got to change his name.
Yeah. So we went MOB as the mob.
So how did the Men in Blues go to accept a girl into their band? Why was that? What
She was there.
She was just good.
Yeah, she was just good.
It had to happen. Right?
Raj actually left us and went to Las Vegas.
So we're blaming Roger for that.
Yeah. And so we picked up Claire. We picked up Claire Finley, and so when she left, Roger happened to come back, and so we've been hooked up ever since.
Nice. So have you played with any of these guys before?
Man, Hal's on records of ours.
Oh, really?
with Terry Quiett. Yeah, Hal. I mean, what we did that last DVD together, the one night,
The one shot
yeah.
one shot deal, And I was on the
Taking Sides.
Taking Sides.
Yeah,
Taking
it's on Taking
Sides.
Sides record.
Nice. So you guys got a little history going.
Yeah. And Ryan, Ryan just when we had the club is how we came about.
What's the club? Don't gloss over that. We sound like we had a spot.
We had a spot called Muddy Waters.
It was cool.
In Bettendorf, Iowa.
Okay.
Great spot in a town that just wasn't for blues, I guess.
Man,
I mean,
Is that niche hard to find? Like for blues
is.
audience, is
It
that
is.
a tough niche to find?
It was a great audience. They just didn't last. You know what I mean? Great audience, great guys.
So it kind of started on fire and just trickled as it went.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing, man. It's a hard thing. So in the blues, I feel like we have a lot of people that want the blues to stay the same, and that's the old crowd that was like, they was born and raised on this is what blues is, And then there's that younger crowd, and I don't want to put myself in the younger crowd if you don't mind. For a day or two, for a couple more days. but see, so I found Freddie King from Eric Clapton, you know what I mean, and I found Elmore James from Allman Brothers, and I found Albert King through Stevie Ray Vaughan. So it was the rock edge that appealed to me, but then as I'm like discovering their roots, then I find out like what blues actually was, and I fell in love with that, you know what I mean, But if it wasn't for these guys breaking that boundary just a little bit for me, I might not have ever found them, because they wasn't on the radio, you know what I mean? Like,
Same.
Yeah, you don't hear those guys on the radio like that. So
I had an older gentleman play me a bunch of music that led me down to the same thing. He said, these, they're old. They're the last generation is now. The Buddy Guys and Eric Claptons, and then it just trickled backwards to everybody that they looked up to.
And next thing you know, I'm looking at Magic Sam.
Right. Yeah, all the good stuff.
Right. Now I'm finding it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, so I wonder what the future of the blues is, man.
I think it's going to be okay because Hal and I assume maybe you gave you the mic because we do a lot of education with young kids.
Yep, I've been seeing that lately, especially out there in the Mississippi Valley Blues.
Yeah. I mean, our nonprofit and what this guy's doing is all in those lines.
That's
so
what we try
jump
to do.
on that board for us.
That's great.
We have a lot of listeners that'll be ready to help you out if you got something.
Well, that's great. I would say we're a part of the organization, even though I just left. But man, I was the director of education for almost 10 years, and we just groom the kids. Anybody interested in music gets to play music. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. We're going to find you whatever instrument you want to play. We're going to get you lessons to play. We're going to get you together with their peers, not even of just their age, but you're going to have an 18-year-old hanging out. Pretty much whoever kind of plays similar and they have same interests, we're going to put you together. The next thing you know, we put them through camps, and we have instructors, which are just all the musicians in town hanging out with the kids, giving them all the pointers. Then they throw concerts in front of people, so they're getting all this experience that I'm still getting today.
And I like to hear it because it's not them growing up playing music in a bar somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
we got to separate that out a little bit.
Yeah, like that's what he's trying to do. That's why I hooked my wagon to this man.
I got to separate it out of my own world. So
we don't always it doesn't always have to be a bar. Come support your local music outside of the bars.
It's cool, yeah. So in the Quad Cities, which where we're talking about, it's called Common Chord. Is a non-for-profit,
like that.
And then there's another.
Yeah, it's a good name for it.
Yeah, there's another business called QC Rock Academy where they're doing the same thing. They're hanging out and they're giving kids a chance.
Well, you guys would love our studio. They're doing a lot of the same shit.
Oh yeah,
Aaron's. We got a guy that teaches curriculum for young kids on how to music coming into our studio, coming into the building.
Yeah, he made a curriculum for 4 to 7-year-olds to learn to play.
That's awesome.
And it's called Little Jammers, and it's being used all across the country. His curriculum's everywhere.
And we have an all ages non-alcoholic venue. So like it's,
awesome.
So like in the basement of our studio, we got a venue that we can just reciprocate. Get some stage time.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to your local bar and sneak in or lie about your age.
And then there's the old way, right? You learn in church. That's where everybody.
Yeah. There's a lot of musicians I found out that grew up in church learning how to play music. I mean,
down south, that's how it is, man. You need a drummer, you go to church. Yep. There it is.
Exactly where I grew up from.
Yeah.
Exactly where I grew up from.
So what is that like coming through the church, learning to play with other blues musicians? Is it a pretty easy transition?
Well, it's gospel then.
I want to say it's so easy. Like it's still stuff you got to learn in order to play the right kind of blues that the performers, singers, artists are looking for. So
you have to find your shuffle, play a flat tire,
it took me a minute to learn how to play a shuffle
Yeah.
and all of this. So it's like I had to actually sit down and learn it. But from playing in church straight to blues, I guess it was a change. Not too big of a change, but it's still things I had to learn and adjust to.
Did you play in school too as well? Or
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know a lot of church kids play in a lot of bands, and then they always seem like really polished musicians to me. Like a lot of them can read music and shit, and like they are real adaptable. I mean, from the outside looking in, I have no way can play one fucking single instrument, not a note one, can't sing. But like from outside looking in,
I would
like,
attest to that one.
Yeah, it's fuck, man. From the outside looking in, though, that's what it seems like. They're really well polished musicians. Like they're really professional. It seems like so.
Yeah. If you're looking for a drummer or a bass player down south, man, yeah, that's what you do. You go to church. It's the Baptist church too that's going to do it to you. It is
Exactly what I grew
Yeah,
up
right.
Exactly.
So finding you on YouTube, all How Reed stuff is is the best bet to find you. You guys got a Facebook page or anything like that?
I've got a Facebook page.
Yeah, so
I got to stop putting stuff on the Facebook page.
I've got
Nah,
a
don't.
Facebook.
It's
Yeah,
all
but
right.
I got to stop putting. Well,
Facebook's a lot of drama
I'll
lately,
have my
man.
wife
Yeah,
to
but
put
still,
it on.
who gives a shit?
How done with it?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. As a social creator and working on for our show, I mean, Facebook is a pain in the ass, but you need it too.
It's a tool. It's a tool.
And
It's a promotional tool, unfortunately.
And
you fucking have
sometimes,
to use it.
you know, I mean, if it wasn't for Facebook, when I went to my class reunion, hell, I wouldn't know.
Exactly. It's like how you remember somebody's birthday without
Yeah,
Facebook.
I wouldn't know who some of those guys were when I went back.
Shit, I remember. It reminded me of my birthday one time. I was like, oh shit, it is.
It is my birthday.
Shit.
Roger, pimp your reggae band, bro. I know
Yeah,
you
give
got
us
it.
a
I know
little
you got
bit.
it.
Yeah.
Well, the reggae band started out smooth, man, and all of a sudden it kind of faded away, man. Musicians went this way and went that way. and
That's what
stuff
they do.
like that. But you know, my brother Frank, you haven't met him yet.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, and he's a
There you go.
drummer. He's a drummer, awesome drummer. He played drums for Coco Taylor for like 10 years.
I'll bet.
And we got a little group down there now. It's called Rooster Alley. You know, it's
I like it.
blues and R&B stuff, man. It's working
Oh,
out
nice.
pretty smooth and all that good stuff. So that's about it, man, as far as... But the music scene in Peoria is growing, though. It's growing big time. A lot of open stages, like 5 nights a week open stage. A bunch of young fellas coming on with blues, and us overheads go and hang out, man. And
That's how it has to be, man.
So, do you guys do the
y'all
kind-
gotta be teaching them.
Yeah, we
You know
do
what
that
I
a
mean?
little bit here. Do you guys kind of do the same thing where you kind of do like an open jam,
Yeah.
like where you kind of
Yeah.
mix the new school with
we
the old
do.
school, and
Young
like
fellas.
that's a cool fucking thing.
I
man.
think that's the grassroots of any music scene right there, man. Straight up.
Yeah, I feel like that works
Good.
in every genre. It's not just a blues.
If the
thing,
kids
but-
ain't coming up and taking the places of us, then it's gonna die out. You know what I mean? It's
That,
gonna be
that
dead.
open jam, other than I think the open jam, the open mics are cool. But kind of people go up there and do their own thing.
Yeah.
But that open jam shit is really cool.
Yeah,
like when you get like I've seen bands form.
Aaron, works
Watching
that
his
shit.
open jams, we have the
Works
Wichita
that
Blues
shit.
Society that kind of keeps blues going in our town, and like I've seen shit just create out of nowhere from dudes playing together. I'm like, oh shit, this works. You know, so.
Get up there and jam, man, and they find themselves, man, and they roll on from there. Next thing you know, like you said, they got bands.
Yeah, next thing you know,
and
that's a cool concept, man.
Then you're learning from them. You know what I mean?
John and I, we host a couple open. We used to host what 2, 3 a week.
3, yeah.
And
Yeah, we've had to scale back a little bit. We've done so much podcasting, honestly.
We're getting too damn busy for stuff. So we're down to about 1, but we make that a full jam now. It's like we bring out the drums and the amps for everybody. And bands have been born at our open mics. You know, bands have been born, moving on. Jacoby, he started at our open mic, and now he got 2 of his own.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Karaoke on top.
karaoke on
Oh
top.
yeah,
of
he's
it.
hosting all kinds of shit.
We don't hold that against
We
him.
can't get him to we can't get him to release his original music, but
He won't toot his
Come on,
own
Jacoby,
horn,
you got this.
but Brett's is in the beginning stages of what seems to be going to be a hell of a band.
Yeah,
you know.
let's
So, and like I said, he's not going to say anything about it, but I will.
go ahead.
Yeah.
You got to sometime for him. Do it for him.
I don't know. It's fun what you were saying. All those kids in the Quad Cities, there's open mics doing the same thing, just cultivating them. Now, what's crazy is these kids are coming up wanting to buy me a beer because they're of age. They have 1 or 2 bands. They're taking over the scene, and everybody who seems like they're their superior, like there's no egos. Everybody's like stepping back and letting these kids take over. And now they're starting to go and like hang out with these other, like, it's these little kids. It's just the best.
See,
unbelievable
what's
thing.
great is I'm getting to see this from your end and his end. Because I get to watch two people that are doing kind of the same thing in different areas, and I see the joy, and I'm seeing it in your face now.
It's awesome.
The joy of watching the young crowd grow up and mature into the music crowd. He gets to see the same thing, and you kind of get to sit back and go, I was kind of part of this. You guys, this is great.
Dude,
And it takes people like you guys. It really does, man. It takes people like you guys.
Right, 2 days ago, I was out golfing. I get a phone call from this kid, Levi, who's going through our camps. He's a young kid, and I'm thinking, like, something must be wrong. Why is he calling me during the day? And he's like, hey, Mr. Brett, our guy has to work really late. We're playing an outdoor fest. Will you come and fill in for us? And I was like, this is the dopest phone call in the world. I'm like, I'll do anything for you, especially play. But
See, that excitement alone is enough for me, man. I love to see that when you guys are doing stuff like that for kids and the youth.
It's so cool,
and
man.
and you get to watch bands grow up. It's kind of a cool fucking concept, too.
Right, but what you were talking earlier, because of open mics, I've been hanging out with some guys. Like, there's just incredible musicians, like there is here, up in Nebraska. Like, it's
they're everywhere. I
unbelievable.
would say they're everywhere.
We're finally getting together.
They
and
don't
putting
always
some
find
stuff
their
together.
avenues. They don't always find their right
Same
way to
kind
go,
of
but there's talented people.
But they need
every
support
fucking
and they
way
need
to go.
mentors.
Yeah, for sure. So it's good. It's always it's an honor just to be a part of anything creatively, whether it's with kids or adults. But man, I'm just lucky to be here. Talk to you guys.
Well, thank y'all for what you're doing.
Yeah,
man.
if you guys got anything else you want to add before we wrap this, appreciate you guys coming on. You guys just killed a great set up there. It was fucking awesome to sit over here and watch the jam. So
Thank you. It was a good time. It was a good time. And I'll have to say on your podcast, thanks to Ryan for getting us down here.
All right,
All right. One more thing before you go, though. So because I know most of these people around here, I got to ask, you got any messed up stories about me you can share with
No, I'm not going to do it.
All right, you're not going to do it? Okay.
No, okay.
That's a good man. That's a good man. I open up the door.
Not
Don't
gonna
walk
do
through
it.
it.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for guys doing this, coming off stage. We got Mississippi. How we say it the right way? You Mississippi, Howry, and family. Right?
Mississippi.
We appreciate you guys, man. We appreciate you guys. All right, so here we are, still fucking sweating our ass off.
Man, I'm really excited that Uche is here and the Crashed, of course.
Just come fresh off stage.
So I play in Terry Quiett band, and Uche, man, you've been there since the damn beginning with us. Right. I mean, we're talking about 20 years or so on, right?
Quit saying that.
Yeah.
It feels like 5 to me.
Right.
Yeah. It goes by in a blink.
Yeah, it does, man. And I've been very excited lately to see you expand out. You're a part owner in the Artichoke.
Yeah, for everybody who doesn't know, one of the best damn sandwich shops in town by a mile.
Yeah,
We think so, but
I think
for
so.
sure.
It has been.
we can't
And-
be objective. So.
And your food truck was out here. Do pretty good. Do okay.
Did okay.
Did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's year one of a festival. We're not
It's
super
always
well attended.
these things
but
are
we're
always
great,
a
man.
process.
Yeah.
Like you slowly build, man, and
That's how it
they
is.
get steam. That's just slow. It's a slow thing, especially when it rains in the morning and we got rain maybe coming tonight. Anybody that shows up, you're happy at these things, man.
There's something in Kansas about like everybody wants proof. Like I don't know about that festival. This is year one. I don't know. So they don't show up, man. Until all these people go home and be like, no, that was awesome. Everybody was really cool. The music was there. It's awesome.
Every time I told
Then they're gonna
people
be
that I
there.
was playing this festival, they're like, "Oh yeah, the Winfield, the Bluegrass Festival." I'm like,
No, it's not that.
not that one. No,
That one's a little dirtier and a little longer.
Right.
I've been involved in the Bluegrass Festival before as a patron.
That's my birthday party, man.
Yeah, that's
It is.
That is a
I'm born
thing.
September 16th, third weekend in September. Usually line up. So that's usually my birthday party until my parents caught me smoking weed and stopped buying my tickets. That's at the Bluegrass.
Oh,
yeah.
so-
Stop.
But in Winfield, like here in Island Park, they just built this stage, and I gotta say that's a pretty cool stage.
I really like it. I really like it a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, this park is really
And
awesome.
and so they're doing like once a month shows here as a duck jam.
As a what?
We were here 2 years ago.
Yep,
2 years ago,
I think so.
we played the Duck Jam.
Yeah, and so with that's
Explain the
additional.
duck jam. What is that?
The duck jam, man. You see these ducks running around?
There's fucking ducks. So I
Accosting
figured
you
that
for-
figured that
accosting
had
you
something
for
to do with it. I figured that had something to do with
They
it.
see you got a sandwich, they go, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Oh,
man?"
they always come in to check your shit out real quick.
Yeah.
Damn jam, you're not gonna believe this.
The duck jam. Yeah.
Duck jam.
But so yeah. So Winfield's just been steeped in music for a really long time, man. That's how it is, and I think there's room for this festival in there.
when we did the Duck Jam a couple years ago, that was our first show since COVID. That was the very first time we got on a stage for
year and a half.
over a year.
20
20 months.
A lot of people were on hiatus for 18 months at least.
Yeah, and so this place was a breath of fresh air, and it was a
Well, it kind of fits perfect to like post COVID. It's outside, so we can you can like be
Distance,
like,
you can distance.
We're distancing,
and we were able to kiss each other on stage. They let us do that.
Oh, so that's good.
That's good.
So that was a moment. I hope that
So-
somebody like cherished and caught forever.
That is good.
So tell
I shouldn't say.
So tell us a little bit about the group. Like, tell us a little bit about what each of you do in the group and like how we all came together. Like, give us a little background on Uche The Crash.
So I started writing songs years and years and years ago. Sorry, 5 years ago.
Yeah. See, you already aging us again.
5.
Yeah. We'll just pretend like 1992 was 5 years.
That's
Right.
5 years ago. You mean it wasn't?
Oh yeah.
So we've had many incarnations of the band. So I sing and play guitar, add a tune.
And you're the chief music writer, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, you write the tunes.
And Taylor's now been in the band the longest.
Nice.
As the drummer. Eric is the newest.
Yep.
Say something.
Go ahead, introduce yourself, Eric.
Hey guys, it's Eric Matthews, the bass player.
Lead bass.
The lead bass
Lead and
player.
rhythm simultaneously.
Just like a bass player making
shit.
himself
Here we
feel
go.
more
Here we go.
important.
Here
I
we
know,
go.
isn't it? So, can we ask you, sir, while you have the mic, how do you feel about left-handed keyboardists?
Left-handed keyboards.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. I just always make fun of him because it's always just a me to get to.
Okay. No.
Here it is.
You bring it up. I have to delve in there. A little bit. Okay? So,
Sorry.
God, you suck. So, the thing is that keyboard players, they learn by self-accompanying, right?
Very much so.
They self-accompany themselves. So this is their bass player, right over here. And so when you join a band, you should take this fucking hand and sit on it.
If there's a bass player,
Okay.
If there's a
All
bass
right?
player,
Like you feel me right now? Like
yeah.
or you
there
could
it
just
is.
skip
Sit
the bass
on
player
that.
part and have
Sit
him
on
do
that and learn what a keyboard part is. You know what I mean?
I can feel
This
that,
is the bass part, and this is the, it's like bass melody. Let's go. But when you have a band and you have a bass player, leave room for your bass player. You understand me?
I love to light this fire, guys. Sorry,
Okay.
hertz and
Well,
under.
look.
but it needs to be spread that fire.
I hate it when you do it, though.
But I know you do, but it makes me happy.
So thoughts on
So
the,
Southpaw keyboardists are unite.
You have a lot of time to think in your life, don't you?
I think a lot in my
Yeah.
life.
Well,
Whether
he's
I have
been in a
time
lot.
or
He's
not.
been in a lot
That's
of
what
bands
it
with a
is.
bunch of random ass keyboardists and shit too.
And
so-
some of them I like, and some of them I just like. Why do we have this guy?
On mic, said it on mic.
Yeah, why do we have this guy?
We're not going to mention names.
So anyway,
I'm not.
so it's the three of us and the guitar player who just left, and Mark Danner, who's been in a bunch of bands.
Nice. That name sounds familiar.
He was in Tim Jonas in the Whiskey Militia. He was in Mumbling Jones for forever.
Nice.
And he's been playing in this town for 30 years.
So how long has this like a grouping been the band right now?
This incarnation.
This incarnation. How long have you been in the band?
How long have I? Well, I think he's talking about just like.
The whole set, like, do you guys do original music? So you guys have some music out as this clip, as these four guys.
But, not with Eric. We've never recorded with Eric. We're gonna record with Eric this
And we
late
never
summer.
fucking will.
I know a keyboard player. If you need to.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. I was like, is he gonna make the joke? It's like it almost feels like you should.
We're gonna record with. We're gonna go back into the studio late summer, early fall, and do like 3 or 4 songs and see how that comes out.
I think it's always a great idea for anybody if you got original music to pump it. It's even a cool thing that I'm watching a lot of artists do right now is like even if it's an LP, like you release like one song like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because what I originally thought was like this is a cool idea, and then I started realizing what it does is it puts you back to the top of the list every time.
Yeah, we had to stay relevant. Isn't it?
Well, it's
and
nice
in that algorithm. The
Well,
more
instead of you
frequent
releasing
hit
your
it.
album at one time where it comes to the top of like like the Apple Music shit that just came out, or wherever you get your music from, whatever platform. Like it actually puts the album out and then releases that one song, and then it falls down, and then when you release the next song, it kicks it right back up to the top again,
Boom, boom.
so everybody sees it again. So if anybody catches on to like one of those songs, like they listen to the rest of it, I think it's a brilliant marketing scheme. So
yeah,
it's cool, but even after all that, nobody's making any money.
No, you're right.
Nobody's
So
nope.
We're basically making
buy merch.
We're making music for us.
Yeah, 100%. I
You
mean, we're
know,
the same thing with our podcast. Same
right.
shit.
So I mean,
This is all self gratification.
Yeah,
really. I mean,
yeah,
this,
it is.
that's what we
we're
do.
we're in Mark's basement and practicing, and we're making music for us. If other people like it, well, we're really cool with that. But for the most part, it's for us.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too proud to say the same exact thing. You're 100% right. I mean, we do this podcast for us too because we just like being a part of it. Like we like talking to artists. We like spreading the word. It's for us. I mean, we ain't got shit out of this. We ain't paying the bills.
Wichita needs promotion.
Self-accompaniment.
Yeah, self-accompaniment. Yeah, exactly.
Count it.
Which I wanted to make a masturbation joke, but I didn't have the micro. I would have made one right there.
Hey, just say that, and everybody's coming up with their own. Right
Yeah,
now.
like, I mean,
You
that's
fill
enough.
in the blanks.
Yeah, let's let your mind
Just do
wander on
that.
this
Yeah.
one.
Self-accompaniment.
Yeah, with your left hand.
Yeah. The stranger.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
The stranger. Yeah, that's why you said sit on it.
Yeah, sit on it. You
Sit on
oh
it.
God, it's all coming full circle.
Yes.
See, it's brilliant. Like, it's so much jokes. You gotta
It
get
writes
down.
itself.
Dude, we
It
gotta
just
have
writes itself.
Southpaw Keyboardists Unite
Yeah.
t-shirts. It's a fucking. It makes itself. It's that easy.
No,
So where can we find you guys? Where can we hit your music? Like pimp your brand.
Amazon, Spotify.
Facebook's always like if you guys have a band page, always follow and like
We
the
have-
fan page,
we have-
please.
We have a band page.
Yeah.
We have a band page.
So get on that for sure.
Yeah, we're looking for a keyboard player right now. Sadly.
An appropriate keyboard player,
An
guys. An appropriate keyboard player.
Yeah.
No. Oh well.
Oh, shit,
Sneaking
we have-
in.
we have Ryan.
Sneaking in the manager.
Coolio.
Sneaking in the manager, putting this whole thing together.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
You know what I
So
mean?
yeah, man, go check out Uche and the Crash. And
Like, go check out the
the artichoke. Yeah, you
Shit.
guys have got some great stuff going on.
My favorite sandwich shop in town by a mile. I ain't scared to say it.
So what's your sandwich?
I like. Well, yeah, shit.
What's your sandwich?
You got to go famous number 8.
Well, I do like the number 8 as always,
I'm a Seaster.
but
man.
I like to get his Reuben without the sauerkraut on it there because I don't like the sauerkraut on it. So I like a Reuben sandwich.
You
but
mean
it's-
zombie cabbage?
Yeah, I don't fuck with that cabbage too much.
Zombie
but
cabbage,
I don't
man.
fuck with that cabbage too much, but it's a really good sandwich, and I like a Reuben without the sauerkraut. It's a good sandwich.
So a pastrami sandwich.
Yeah, basically.
Well, then try the Rachel then.
I've had that. I've had that too.
Yeah.
I've had that too. But I like that bread on the
okay.
on the
gotta get that
on
rye
the
bread.
Reuben. Yeah, I like that rye bread.
The rye
sometimes.
bread with pastrami. Yeah.
That's really all it is just a fucking pastrami sandwich on rye bread is what I like. So I mean, if we want to dumb it down, but that's how I roll most of the time there. I worked for the city forever, so I've been going to that place. I don't know how long have you owned?
4 years.
4 years. I've been going there I worked for the city for 15 years before I left to do pest control. Man, that was a spot for us. I mean, we stopped and eat lunch there all the damn time. So.
By the way, PK Pest Management.
Yeah,
if anybody needs.
Yeah, the guy didn't bring his fly spray like an idiot.
If anybody needs bugs murdered.
Yeah, so.
They got a murder bug.
Murdered.
Well, all right. Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Yeah, get to feeling good and hang out for a little bit.
Definitely.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
got
you
any
guys.
platforms you want to
Thanks for having
promote?
us.
If there's anything you guys want to promote, throw it out there. Take
This
a
is
free
the spot.
song.
This is the spot.
This is the time.
This is the
All
time.
right. Anything. All right.
Nope.
Buy
All
merch.
right, thank you guys.
Buy merch.
Thanks for coming out and supporting. So this is the risky part about doing a podcast in your hometown.
I was wondering how you're going to open this.
Is that eventually your parents are going to show up and give you some support?
Yes.
And I
So here we
I
are.
love you guys. You always do. You always come out. You always give me a lot of love, and I just love you so much, and I appreciate it. And so yeah, this is my mom, Cheryl, in Orland, Underwood.
Where it all started here in Winfield with your parents.
That's right. That's right. This is where I grew up. This is where.
Yeah, he wanted a guitar. I said, earn it. So he did paper routes. He did all sorts of different
Yeah.
things. Bagged ice, if I remember.
Yeah, I worked for a Winfield Electric Company, bagging 8-pound bags of ice.
So anyway, I knew
Hustling.
I knew
Yeah,
that
we
he
tried.
was going to be fairly successful because he had the mindset for it, and he's always been real serious about that kind of stuff.
That's what I love about him. You guys,
Well, I'm a very
you guys
serious
raised a good.
person.
I will say right here, but why I get the chance. It's a delight to meet you both because I love this guy. You raised a good one here.
We
He's a
did.
great friend of mine. He's a beloved in the city like you have no idea. You raised a goddamn beautiful individual. Why I get the chance to do this?
Well, thank you.
But beautiful man. It's really a pleasure to meet you guys right now.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I have a few stories if you'd like to hear.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Nobody wants to hear your
The more
stories,
embarrassing,
Mom.
the better.
Oh, they're not embarrassing.
Yeah, even the stories about how I started everything. I mean, it's like we really have no time limit.
We should
on
skip
this.
a lot of that.
Well, okay. The first one is it goes along with who he is. He's always been a pretty good student. We got to junior high. Mom, I don't want to go to school anymore. Well, I sat down on the porch with him and I said, I don't want you to quit. He said, I don't want to not get a diploma. So I said, figure something out. Come talk to me about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my mom was in Wichita, and he was going to the Air Force Base to take like a class, like a.
So I had found a loophole in the state of Kansas to where if I got my GED, I could go to the McConnell Air Force Base and I could take American history and American government, and I would be granted a regular state high school diploma.
Yeah, because that's the only two you miss when you don't get your GED.
Right.
Yeah,
So
there's government and one other.
I went to McConnell Air Force Base for 6 weeks. I took those 2 classes, and I got granted a Derby high school diploma. So I like to brag that I graduated from a high school I never set foot in.
That was my high school.
I will tell you, this is a testament to this man's fortitude. He found a way.
I always found a way.
He found a fucking way, man. Like
I always find a way.
There is no conventional route out there. Everybody, find a way.
Yeah,
find a way.
And he did that. But I think, and I'll brag on me, I didn't just say, no, you can't do that.
I applaud you as a mom. I applaud you for that.
I said, you think about it, find a way, come back and talk to me about it.
Well, I would say that as me trying to be a parent too, that's a great lesson. Like, not everybody's gonna walk the same fucking design path.
Well, we can't.
We're not all the same, man. Not everybody. You try to make your kids do the thing that you did, and you're like, wait a minute, they're not me. They really aren't. Unfortunately, they're like me, but it's not the same thing. And I love to hear you say that.
As I've grown up, I've drawn a lot of parallels between me and my father, actually, because he was a spearheader in a lot of different things. Civil Air Patrol. I remember growing up out of Strother Field. He started a lot of that, a lot of boat racing stuff. Dad was a boat racer, and he was one of the minds that would bring together, what was it, KAA?
Let him tell it.
KAABP, wasn't it?
Let him tell it.
Yeah?
Let him tell it.
See what he's got here.
Well, it was the Kansas Boat Racing Association.
Yeah, KBRP. That's what
And it was a good organization. Tried to keep it off of Sundays. Okay.
Yep.
And that went over like a lead balloon later on.
I love that you said that.
But Sundays are very important. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
And one of the things that Aaron kind of surprised me on was that we're still friends. Okay. And there was a day when Aaron came down the stairs and looked at his watch and said, after a certain time, I'm not going to do anything that you and Mom want me to do. Remember that?
Not really, but that sounds like me. Yeah, so.
Okay. And I'm going to turn you back to Cheryl here.
When, I don't remember exactly what grade it was, he was in the gifted program at the school, at the elementary schools and on up. And his teacher, who has since passed away, told Aaron, you've got to take everything else seriously. You're good at music. We know that. But
apply that same thing to everything else.
Well, this was a little bit different. He said, or she said to him, you've got to find a regular job.
you got to do something, man.
Well, bullshit.
Music isn't going to make it. And years later, she said, tell Aaron, he didn't lie to me. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, I like it that you carve your own path. You had to do. I mean, it's not easy to just do entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, and it's nice that you were supportive of him trying to go away, because not a lot of parents are, especially in our age group, because it doesn't seem like something that's viable. Like, the world tells you to get something that's reliable so you can pay your bills.
They were supportive past the point of a natural sense. Okay, it's very hard to go down a path that you don't know where that path leads. Okay. And
there's no like goal to hit. You don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah. So now I'm adopting a son. Okay. And I see this, and I have to kind of ask myself. I'm like, okay, Aaron, you did this completely unconventionally. So, like, you're gonna have to give this kid some leeway, you know. And that's still that's hard for me. Okay, I don't know where his path is gonna lead, because I just don't. I don't identify with what he's doing now, and they didn't identify with what I was doing, but they supported it. And years later, after I've proven it, you know, they've given me an ethic of, if that's the way it's going to be, show me, prove it to me.
Yeah.
And they've also kind of shown me a way of, I don't know what's going to happen, but let's go. Let's find out. Let's be open enough to give the possibility of this working out. And you guys did that.
Well, I think you guys have a great lesson to teach as parents. I mean, show me, but if this is what you're going to try to do, like, make it a real thing.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Because you can't because a lot of people just like do bullshit then.
Yeah. Well, I know different times when he was in a band, what, 7th grade?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's had it all ever since.
I was making $100 a night at like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
You know.
And they were
right in this town right
in
here?
this town. Jamie Brothers and Blue Steel.
Well, that's why I'm going to support the Aaron Underwood for mayor of Winfield. Or governor. What do they got here? What do they got?
Yeah,
Can you be on city council at least?
Well, we have some friends that are going on city council. But
yeah, so Aaron Underwood for mayor of... your parents are behind this. We'll make a banner and everything.
We're not going to make a banner. We're not.
we have followed him from town to town.
Yeah.
One side of the street to the other.
All right, so I'm going to bring this up. When I was in Ophil with Alex Thomas and Saul Airy and a bunch of cats that everybody knows in Wichita now, like, we would go to Edmond, Oklahoma. There was a what was it? It was like a VFW or something like that, and they'd throw punk shows, and Mom was the merch mom.
Yep.
Oh, she would help run the booth.
Mom was the merch mom. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are awesome.
Because for me to be down there at such a young age, like, I had to have parental supervision, and so they go down there and they'd run merch for us, and like MU330 and all these ska bands and all these punk bands.
Yeah.
Would come up and be like, I wish my parents.
That's right.
Were as supportive.
You don't always have to understand. Yeah. You don't always have to understand, but you try to be supportive.
You're right.
That's what I would tell any parent. I'm trying to raise 2 kids clumsily as fuck, like everybody else.
I remember helping set the stage and take down all the equipment, roll it up, and put it in the back of the truck.
Yeah, that's right. That's
well, I can see where Aaron gets his work ethic and his knowledge right here. This is a treat, actually.
Yeah, and the one thing I want to say to you guys before we wrap up here is having a child currently. The one thing I've learned very much in the last year or so is that you guys were learning as well.
Yeah, and growing up as well.
Okay,
that's what people don't realize is you're growing up trying to raise kids, and you don't know shit yet either.
Nobody read this book of how to have kids and how to raise them before they had kids, okay?
Yeah.
It didn't exist. It's not a real thing, right? So you guys were learning, and I give you guys a lot of grace. I know we've always butted heads in the past, especially me and you. But it was a learning process, wasn't it? For me and for you, and I totally get it now. I really do. I understand.
Yeah, one of the things that he mentioned about Edmond, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. My memory's not as good.
It's all good. I get it. Mine's patchy.
I walked in there with a suit and coat.
Yeah.
I mean, my suit coat on, white shirt.
He was the bishop of the church back in the day.
And what was interesting was that I had a lot of the kids come up to me and said, "Thank you for supporting Aaron," because there was a lot of kids that came up to me and said that they hadn't talked to their parents for years.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I totally believe in, is that families are forever.
100%, sir.
And basically where I'm coming from is it was a different kind of experience when kids would come up and say, "I haven't talked to my parents in so many years." In fact, some of them actually, they thought that I was a narcotics agent, is what it was.
Are you a cop? Before I say anything, are you a cop? Yeah.
But
that is true, though.
And so I've always appreciated Aaron, and I'll just say it, we butt heads on a lot of things over the years.
Well, we're father-son. It's meant to be.
Well, the thing is, again, you don't always have to understand, but being supportive is a big part.
Yeah.
Just try your best to be there for them, but you don't always have to understand. And it's okay to let them go their own way. And I think your parents were very supportive, even if they don't understand all the time. And I'm trying to do that for my kids. That's a great lesson. I think it's a beautiful part of this interview.
And, you know, Aaron, we've traveled a lot, and we saw Aaron out at...
You saw me at the Viper Room in L.A.
At the Viper Room in L.A. And it was very interesting of trying to...
That's a good word for that.
Well, that's the word I use for a lot of things.
Interesting. Yeah.
But one thing I will say is, even though we have disagreed on many, many things, when the time gets down to it, love is there.
And family.
Yeah.
And it's your
And
family. It's your family.
Exactly.
And-
We're in this shit together.
And one of the things that's bothering all of society is that families are important. And I would encourage everyone, if there's a problem in the family, get it straightened out.
We have to keep our houses in order.
There you go.
We have
Well,
to.
first and
our
foremost,
family has to come first.
First and
That's what it
foremost,
is.
you have your friends, you have your life, you have your career, but first and foremost, you come from a family.
Right.
And you're not always going to agree with those people.
You
but at the end
protect
of
your
the-
roots. You
but at
protect
the-
your roots.
I come from a big family, luckily. I have, my mom and dad both have tons of brothers and sisters, and I'll say reciprocate the same thing as he's saying, is your family's first. So make that work. It doesn't, and again, you don't always have to agree, but just support and recognition and love.
We do have to get through it, though.
Yeah, we can talk,
You
and
gotta
we
get
can
through it.
We can talk, and everybody's going to have their own views. Everybody's going to choose their own path in life, and that's okay. And that's the thing that's okay. That's what we need to figure out, that not everybody's going to walk the same fucking path.
It's true. It's true.
And I will say, before we end this interview, thank you very much for this young man that you raised.
Okay.
I love him to death, and you have a well-beloved person in the music community and the local community and all over. You guys hit a home run. I love the
you.
guy. So thank you.
Thank
Aw,
you.
shucks.
All right, here we are still. We're still fucking sitting out here sweating our ass off. It's Small Town Roots Music Festival. The Dewayn Brothers just got off stage, so introduce your guys yourself real quick.
My name is Garrett Brigham. I play the banjo.
My name's Jamie Brigham, vocals.
And I'm Luke. I play the mandolin and fiddle.
Nice. And we're missing a fourth. We're missing one. Might come over in a sec. Who's the rest of the
Yes, Eric Nelson on the guitar and vocals.
band? All right. So give us a little bit of insight. Where'd the band come from? Whose original brainchild is this? What's the whole shooting match?
Eric Nelson, the guitar player, he was the main songwriter. We met him when he was going to Emporia State University, and we had a jam band, Local Machine, and we would have him play harmonica with us. And
oh, fuck yeah, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I love a little harmonica.
Yeah, we had a little idea of doing a little folk project to help keep him in our jam band, which was the main project at that point. And
So keep the talented guy around.
Yeah.
So hey, man, just keep stay with us, brother. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Like, and I'd never played banjo. Our old guy that played mandolin, like we were terrible. But
now here we are, right?
20 years later, you can get good at anything. With
Yeah,
20
dude.
years.
Well, if you give a shit about anything, it's worth doing, right?
That's right. Yes.
So what's we're called the Dewayn Brothers. So where can we find your music? Like, what's your whole vibe? Tell our audience like what you guys are about, like what's your style, all that shit. It sounds like you guys are doing the Winfield, the big bluegrass festival too, as well, correct?
Yep, we've done that. I think the first year we did that was 2001. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, we
So
go
you've been
every
around for a
year.
while.
Yeah, long time. I think where our music online it like lives on MySpace is how old our band is.
It lives out there somewhere.
It's on Spotify.
Yeah, we had a new CD come out in 2009.
That was like just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have had this band for a long time, and it's gone through some changes, and now we just play for fun. We go where it takes us, and
And we did the thing too where we ended the band, and we actually ended it on like last show was on stage 5 at Winfield one year, and we were like, all right, we're all done, and then a few years later,
Can't
then
give
we
it
were
away.
like,
Can't
oh,
give it
okay,
away. That's
maybe we can start it again.
Hey, if you still love it, man, why not keep doing it, right?
yeah. And so this year we added our good friend Verlin Deemy on the drums. So it's been a real awesome addition to having that backbone. Lots of bluegrass bands where it's just the string band thing. It's been really awesome to have.
So what's your guys' next thing? Is it the Bluegrass Festival, or where are you guys originally from? Did I even ask that? Are you guys originally from?
The band was originally based out of Emporia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was all kind of like a college band.
So where are you guys originally from, like personally? Are you guys from around this Midwest? Or?
I'm from Wichita.
Me too.
Yeah, and I'm from Emporia.
And 7 miles north of Emporia is the bustling metropolis of Americus, where I'm from.
Yeah. And then our bass player, Kelby Kimberlin, he is from Cottonwood Falls, and he played in a band with Verlin, the drummer, that they had like a high school heavy metal, Sons of Cha. And that was my first band experience. I was their artist before I ever played guitar or anything. That I was.
Oh, you did their artwork and stuff for them?
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You still do the artwork for the band now?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's badass. It's always nice to have an artist in the band because you need flyers and shit.
Saves you a bunch of money.
It does. You need flyers and shit, man. It's just the flat out facts of it. Like we got them. Like every show needs a fucking flyer.
Yep.
It
Sure
just
does.
straight up.
Yeah.
So again, I just asked this, but I don't know if we got to because I asked a bunch of questions in a row. So, but do you guys play around Emporia a lot, or like what's your plot? Are you waiting for the next Winfield Festival? Because I know you're playing that, but what's your guys' base? How can we get with you live? Because I don't know if you guys didn't get to hear it for the most part, but these guys are pretty badass. Like I'm not gonna lie, they just killed it up there. So
Thanks.
real fucking cool sound. Real cool sound.
Our schedule is weird. We're kind of spread out with a couple of the guys living up in KC. Luke and his wife live in Lawrence. We live in Wichita.
Yeah,
So
nobody lives in Emporia anymore, so we're all in different areas.
Well, why would you unless you're going to college there?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I got a scholarship to play football there. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Most everybody's got kids and other jobs and stuff too, and other bands. So our gigs kind of.
You guys want to
few and far between.
promote your other projects too? If you feel like it, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I tour full time with another bluegrass band from Wichita, Pretend Friend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've heard of them for
Yeah.
sure. Then I've seen you play before.
Yeah.
Then I've seen
Yeah.
Pretend Friend for sure.
Yeah, and then my wife just started playing with Wayne Gottstein from Split Lip Rayfield.
Oh, that's the band that got me out to the Winfield Festival originally.
Me
too.
Because I saw them at a couple places in town, like the Lizard Lounge and a couple other places. It's like, these guys are crazy. This is some crazy shit. Like they're with gas can shit. I was like, this is nuts. So they always did the Winfield Festival when I was a younger kid. So I was like, there's a place we can go out and get hammered drunk and be weird out there. All right, let's go. Let's go be weird.
Yeah.
Let's go be fucking weird for a while. So
I never listened to bluegrass before, and so my first introduction to bluegrass was Split Lip. So I
Me
thought
too.
this
Same.
is what bluegrass is supposed to sound like. So when I hear like the old timey stuff, I'm like, what is this? You know, like I like the more punk rock version.
Yeah, it's kind of a wide open genre like everything is, but like I mean that's how I was really introduced to it too as well. I was like, this could be bluegrass. I'm totally into it. So
Yeah.
and they were funky as fuck with a weird instruments and doing a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So just kind of I was drawn to it. So.
Yeah.
Well, for anybody who's wondering why Aaron is not sitting here, because actually the Quiett band is on stage and Aaron is playing bass for that band. So that's why Aaron's Insight is not here for this interview.
Yeah.
But so, how'd you guys get hooked up with this festival?
We've known Ryan For a long time, yeah. And when he was had the idea for this, that we were one of the bands that he really wanted to have be a part of it.
Well, thanks for doing it.
Yeah, we were honored to be
Same
asked.
for us. They asked us to do podcasting. I was like, sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
So-
but back to your question about our gigging, we play just like when it works for everybody's schedule.
I mean, that's kind of how you have to do it these days when we can all get together. We can live in different places.
Yeah. And my parents have always been real big supporters of the band and have traveled with us when we were still touring. And their 50th wedding anniversary is July 15th, and so we're gonna play. That's our next
Where's
show
that at? Where's that
in
at?
Emporia
Nice.
at Radius Brewing.
Oh, that's badass.
but we're still gonna have it be a public show.
That
so
you get
people
to
can
play
come.
for your parents' 50th wedding anniversary is fucking badass.
It is. Yeah, we're
That's
really
amazing.
Yeah, we just played my godparents' 65th wedding anniversary. That's just like,
That's
dude,
great, man.
65 years.
My parents are creeping up on 50. They're getting close. I mean,
that's
I couldn't
awesome.
make it work for more than like 6, but
It's hard, dude.
I know
Oh
it is.
my
And
gosh.
shout out to you guys are a married couple. I hope you
Yeah.
keep it more. I hope it works forever for you.
Yeah, well, we're in like 17.
Ah, well, you guys are. I mean, you guys seen everything by now.
Yeah.
I mean, you passed
Twice.
You passed it all. Yeah, twice and everything in
Nothing
between.
surprising
Yeah,
anymore.
you guys are all in these days. Well, thanks for coming on doing the show. I
yes.
really appreciate it. Give us all your credentials. Do we have a Facebook page? Do we have a?
We do. We have all
that
the
crap?
stuff. Yeah. Just Dewayn Brothers. Dewayn.
No E on that.
No E on that.
Yeah, Dewayn Brothers, and you can find them on Spotify. First and foremost, probably the best one.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you guys
Yeah.
got a Facebook page. And
We do, yeah.
and they're probably on YouTube and everything else. Check them
Yeah.
out. Really funky fucking sound. Really cool as fuck. Thanks for coming in, guys. I
Awesome.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Enjoy the evening.
Hey, so here we are sitting live towards the end of the Small Roots festival here.
Yeah,
We're in
so
Winterfield with Aaron's band, the whole
with
band.
the Terry Quiett band and our management who is throwing this whole festival together.
So we got the whole fucking shooting match
Much
right here.
kudos, much kudos.
Thanks for inviting us to be a part of it too, as far as the
Man.
Aaron Russian show.
And I know
Thanks, appreciate that.
I know you've been stressed out about it, man, but I think it turned out all right. This is year one. We have to
You have to build a thing.
Yeah, we have to take it into context, right?
The basics, the bands and everything went super smooth
Yeah.
today. That's my biggest thing.
That's a
is
big
that
deal.
it
That's
was
good.
100%.
Super
100%.
smooth.
That's good.
Everything in that nature of it, in that realm of it, it went fairly smooth. Normally the band situation can be kind of hectic in that nature.
Well, band
And we're
members
still
are-
fairly on like schedule and everything's going
we
like
are
yeah.
absolutely on schedule.
So that's I mean that's a pimp a good time. Everybody got their
That's a rarity. We've done enough festivals to
super
know that
rarity.
is
Yeah,
a
right. You're
rarity.
usually
to be
an hour
on-
behind
on-
easily.
Exactly.
Well, because there's never a stage manager doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Yep.
That's really the trick. Is
and the weather stayed nice, so I was good.
Yeah.
I had been sweating it all week.
You're right about the stage managers. When festivals, sometimes it's just a free for
Yeah.
all. Nobody's willing to say, "Hey, man, one more fucking song."
Well,
Hey, one more, you out.
Let's be honest. We've been to a few festivals where the quote stage manager / guy that put it on was two shades of the wind by the time
Yeah.
the third band went on.
Well, probably because he was so goddamn stressed putting the motherfucker together.
And
More often than not, that was the case.
Yeah.
they're drunk, and I hear next day, man, I missed your band. Yeah, because you were drunk laying on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, and my band played at fucking 11 instead of 8 o'clock.
Yep, that's right.
Even I know that shit. So give us a little bit of background about the Terry Quiett band. Here's
How long we been playing together, man? Like 20
dang.
years.
Yeah,
Like,
a long time.
it's
Kinda
unreal.
depends. Do we talk about the first time we played together?
All right, so I quit this band like 5 times.
one quick side note: Are you guys all aren't you guys all from Winfield? Are all of you from
well,
there?
No, you're from Colorado.
I'm from a lot of different places.
Yeah.
I came here to go to college, and it's the longest I've ever lived anywhere. So this is home for me.
Yeah.
So-
Fair enough,
And we
fair
all
enough.
we all met here.
So cool.
Rod
Yeah.
and Aaron, you guys basically grew up here. So
Yeah, I grew up here.
Yeah, this is home.
Yeah, I graduated in Winfield High. Aaron graduated Winfield High, and so did Rodney. So
Yeah.
we all grew up.
And Rodney's the
in
drummer of the Terry Quiett
Yeah.
band.
Yeah,
Anybody that doesn't know.
Rodney's my brother. But yeah, so. Yeah,
Rodney
we-
plays drums. Terry
Yeah.
played guitar. I play bass.
Yep. And so yeah, I mean, correlation is Terry's been here since since he was at more than half.
about
his
90. It was about 19,
Oh, wow.
90, 90, 91.
Oh, so yeah, shit, you've been
So
here
I've
for
been here a
30. You've
long
been here
time.
33
Been a
fucking
long
years.
time.
33
So yeah,
fucking
this
years.
is
This is home,
it's the
baby.
longest I've ever
This is
lived
home,
anywhere.
baby. This is home,
So
baby.
yeah. this is definitely home.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, Winfield is a pretty sweet community. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually growing to love it a lot more today. It was nice to be a part of this.
It's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to really get some cool kind of music things going on. I mean, they built this really cool little stage amphitheater here.
It's really nice.
And it's
Yeah.
really cool. They did that about 3 years ago, 4 years
And
ago.
they're doing
now?
that Duck
4
Jam
minutes till
series
9.
in
Yeah.
He just needs another
Let
time.
me split out. I'm going to go up here and
Hey,
introduce
go-
Bernard
go-
Allen.
He's got a stage
Hey,
manager. You got a stage manager.
And I appreciate you for doing your job. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Send Rodney back
Yeah.
over here, man.
Yeah, we got to have the whole Terry Quiett band on it. The
whole band.
Yeah, let's have the whole band on.
Problem is, Rodney likes to tell stories about things, and I'd rather he not tell some stories.
Yeah,
So we shouldn't
sometimes-
pry?
Yeah, his choice of stories.
Of what to
sometimes
tell people.
His filter, maybe that wasn't the one to tell right
So you guys all meet here after you moved here.
Yep.
For college, and you
Yep.
just picked this place to stay afterwards.
Yep, I went to college here and ended up. Rod and I got an apartment next to each other, by chance. And one day he saw me carrying guitars in, and he was like, "Hey, you play guitar?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I play drums." He's like, "We should get together and jam sometimes." So we went over to his parents' house, and he had his drum set up
Yeah.
over there, and we went over and just jammed and kind of started putting some stuff together. And
And the baker's dad, he's here today.
Here's the man. Here's the man coming right now.
He's been a musician for a very long time, and
he's
so very
played in a lot of
supportive.
bands.
Very.
Oh yeah, a lot of bands. They
yeah.
grew up around bands and music.
Music was a lot of it. Put your headphones on there, buddy. And you
No,
all right? You
sorry
all right?
for what? Shit.
Yeah, so Rodney actually put some of the lights in here today.
Well, I
There's
think
a lot of his lighting rig.
Well, he's coming off. He's coming off just telling us the story where you guys just happened to live next to each other, and you saw that he had equipment, and you're like, hey. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I love that story because I've actually heard that reciprocated through about like 3 or 4 of the guests. Like they just like you're like, hey man, you got your fucking carrying gear. This pain in the ass. Like
You
I'm
like
doing
music? Me too. Let's go,
And
babe.
that's it. Almost. Without being too cheesy, feels like it's meant to happen when shit like that happens. And that
For
is
sure.
a really cool concept when like just a music collaboration comes together just by like pure circumference of where you are on the universe.
Well, and it was it was probably because I was playing the Police.
Oh, there you go.
In my car stereo, and Terry was like, "Well, it can't be too bad if he's playing the Police in his car stereo."
If he's playing drums and listening to the Police, he's
Right.
probably playing drums to the Police.
Yeah.
And then he's
right.
getting educated by Stuart Copeland. Let's
I'm
go.
telling you.
Let's go.
Straight up.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the first
So
how this started.
Yeah, we started kind of jamming together and putting some stuff together. Then Aaron was in.
Oh, Phil, way back in the day.
Actually, the first time I met you, you were with
Jamie Brothers.
Oh shit!
First
really?
time I met you, were playing with Jamie Brothers.
Oh hell, that was my country band.
You told me about it.
way back.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What was he? 14?
14 probably, yeah.
Yeah. 14.
14
Yeah.
probably.
Probably lying to you. His ass was probably 12 at that time.
Yeah.
You never know what age
But I had
he
a
really
fake
is.
ID saying I was 14.
There you go.
Yeah, did a lot of good.
Yeah.
That
I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Wait, sometimes you got to step up the fake IDs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we knew each other because really you, and then you got into Ophil, and you guys were playing. So we
Yeah.
played a lot of shows together with our band
Yeah.
and Ophil.
Locally.
Yeah.
Yeah, just local.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The high school, the armory. I mean, just
Oh, the armory.
The state hospital.
the state
Yeah.
hospital.
So y'all played it anywhere that they'd let you set up a fucking amphitheater.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I love it. So, and you guys have kept that going for now how long? In and out, on and off?
Oh, yeah, no. About
60 years.
Well, over 20. Over 20 probably. Over 20.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. This would have been in the mid '90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's over 20.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we're at 23 if you're at 2000.
That's,
So.
that's quickly approaching 30.
That's getting real close to
Yeah,
30.
dude, that's scary.
But
That's
math.
scary
let's
close.
not-
Let's
let's
not
not
say that.
Let's pull that
20.
math back.
We'll just say 20.
Let's pull that
Pull it
math
back.
back.
Like
out.
20.
Let's pull the math back out. Let's remove the calculator from this conversation. Let's say it's 15 years ago.
We all
That's
started
right.
to get a lot of chrome in this.
Yeah,
So,
chrome going.
honestly, 15 years ago is when we hit the road hard with Aaron. So, yeah.
Nice.
15 years.
Yeah.
You guys have kind of been around the world and back a little bit. I mean,
I wouldn't say the world, but I've
not the
been
world.
We've been
I mean,
around.
You've been around and
Yeah.
played some cool places. Done
Pretty
some
much
cool shit.
anywhere in the heart of the U.S. We've pretty much played the state. We didn't really get to the
and
coast.
came back
but-
to play again.
Yeah.
Like the deal is, a lot of the places we played, we we built a mark there. We didn't spread ourselves so thin to just try to play everywhere just to say we did. We like actually built a crowd a lot of places.
So
now like 20 years later,
places.
we can go over to Iowa and we can draw a crowd. You know what I mean? We can go.
You guys
down
put in the work for
yeah.
it. Nice.
Yeah, we can go a lot of places and draw a crowd.
Hal owned the club that we played in the.
That's what he's talking about, Muddy Waters. So we interviewed Hal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Hal-
really?
got a little
Nice.
bit- got a little
And
bit
shout
of
out to Hal. Hal is still here kicking.
Dude,
yeah,
Hal's
he is.
awesome. I
Hal
love
Reed.
every time we get to play with him.
Hal
It's
Reed
so-
at YouTube. Hal Reed on anything. That guy's badass.
Well, there he is, right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Right
The
there, as
man
we
right
speak.
there.
As we speak. What is cool fucking, what was that other guy's name? I can't remember that guy's name, but he
Brett.
has some cool
Brett's
shit.
over there.
Brett, yeah, monster guitar player.
Yeah, and a bunch
guitar
of
player.
and a
Holy
bunch
cow.
of cool. He's doing a bunch of cool helping kids with doing music and shit too, like doing a lot
Oh,
of
doing
things.
like little like blues in the schools kind of
yeah,
stuff.
He's got nonprofit shit going on too. Like he's doing a lot of the same shit that
Oh,
Aaron's
love
doing.
that.
It's really fucking was a good story.
Yeah.
So
have you guys got some good stuff from the festival yet?
Oh, yeah.
Artists and stuff.
Yeah,
Cool
pretty
to
good.
you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're probably gonna wrap after this because we got a pretty serious storm coming, and
Yeah.
we don't want to get our cameras fucked up. But
Yeah.
we were trying to get the headliner, but
You
we got.
start spending like $6,000 on some shit.
But we have
You don't
literally,
wanna-
we have literally.
Can't mess around.
You guys were the co-headliner of this event, and we have literally interviewed every group so
Good.
far. But
Love it.
we just don't want to be in that panic mode, like where we're trying to save our computer and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
But so we're gonna have the. You guys know we're gonna have to do the full Terry Quiett hour, or the Quiet Terry hour, where he comes and does the full show.
Uh-oh.
As long as nobody be telling stories on
Yeah,
me.
can we
so-
tell stories on air?
Yeah, 100%. That's gonna be the whole second half of it.
All right. Give us one, and we'll be done.
Yeah. Okay. Give us a good one. You
A good one? Yeah, you want to talk shit?
No. Well, give us a teaser. Give us a teaser.
Something for public consumption, mind you. Nothing.
Okay. And something under a couple minutes.
The kids will be listening.
Yeah,
now.
under a
Remember,
couple
the children
minutes,
will-
That's right.
All right, Denver. Third time through. She had a broken ankle.
Be easy with me, man. Take it easy, man.
Here it is. Look at him.
Is that enough? That's a teaser right there.
That's
Now give us a little more.
all I got from him was loadouts at 9. I'll be there.
I like it. Look at the reminiscing.
And I'm telling you
No,
right now,
man.
Aaron never missed a loadout.
Never.
Never missed a
not gonna
loadout.
happen.
And never
He's
missed
a reliable
loadout.
motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
Unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. He's a machine.
He really is, and he makes shit happen, man. He moves mountains. I always say he moves mountains, man.
Amen. Because Fort Smith, Arkansas, he went and hung out with a bunch of people, and we were like, "Hey, man, we gotta be in Memphis tomorrow." And he's like, when we went to the van, he's in his seat.
Now I can sleep a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Finally
you
got to
just-
rest.
You just kind of hold it in till the van.
They've been times, man. They've been
So they know
times.
you ain't driving.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah.
They ain't let me drive for years.
That is a true story.
we know we got our limits. Aaron has his limits. Like, okay.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
He's got to recover.
You guys have been doing this long enough. You know what you're doing.
I end up pushing my limits. Is what the deal is. I push my limits.
Push it to the limit.
Yes, absolutely. And it's fun to watch sometimes, and it's scary to watch sometimes. It's like, man, Aaron, damn, this is a new.
He's a champ.
He is.
He's
Absolutely.
He's a machine. I ain't gonna lie to you. So look out for coming soon the full Terry Quiett hour. We're gonna have the whole.
I'm
grooming.
scared of that, man.
I know you should be.
might-
You should be.
You might have to like put some like list of stories that are like, nope, no, can't do that one.
Yeah, you guys. Well, that's on you guys
We
to
can edit,
collaborate. You guys,
yeah.
you guys to collaborate before.
I'm gonna have 3 yellow flags.
Oh yeah, like,
All right, there's a flag on the play. No.
Well, and if you want to hear those stories, we're going to charge you a little extra.
Hey, man.
There's a subscription part.
Subscribe to my TikTok.
Yeah,
and,
it's only $19.55.
Hey, so we've played with different bass players. We've done a lot of stuff. Aaron is the best bass player I've ever played with.
Well,
And,
I say he's
and
one of
and-
the most talented musicians running around.
I'm
guys. I
telling
love
you,
the
man.
I appreciate you, man.
He's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Aren't we all?
At the end of the day, he'll hug you and tell you that he loves you. every time.
And he shows up, man.
And I tell you, I'm
He's
sorry I'm
fucking-
pain in the ass, man.
Every time.
Sorry, man. I did that. I did that.
You wouldn't be doing what you're doing if you didn't do that.
No, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, you guys know what I know. He's a joy to work with.
Yes.
He really
Yeah.
is. He really is. And
Totally.
everybody's got their shit, man. Everybody deals with everything.
Right.
But fucking Aaron is a joy to work with, man.
Amen.
He says he's going to do shit. He does it. Shows up when he's supposed to.
Yep.
He's a joy to work with.
Dude, he's got an ear on him, man. No joke, man. Dude, he can pick up songs like.
And I'll remember songs. I'll remember songs after about 10 years of not playing them.
And fucking people and names. And
I
shit.
can't
God.
remember. He'll remember mine. I wrote the song. And he'll be like, no, it goes like, don't you remember? Like,
We'll start playing and Terry be like,
what does that go? What key is it in? I don't even know how that goes.
What's the first words of that song?
Yeah, that's.
Hey, I gotta go get these guys going.
All right, well, hey, let's cut it. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah,
Thanks for
okay.
doing the
Thank
show,
you
guys.
very much.
This is just a teaser. We're gonna have the whole band on for a full
Terry,
show.
I love you guys.
Love
It's
you,
been a
brother.
lot of fun to play with you guys.
Fresh off stage, man.
Hey, thanks for having us on here. Yeah, we'll come down.
Yeah, we got you.
Yep.
Right on.
All right, Aaron and Austin show out at Invade Small Roots Festival. It's about a wrap for
Island
tonight.
Park, yeah.
We would love to try to get the headliner on tonight.
It looks
but
like we're gonna have weather, so
yeah, we're gonna have to pack up shop. I think it looks kind of crazy
We'll
coming
have
in.
to call Bernard on the phone and
Yeah.
get him home.
But it's been a fucking day, man. It's been a fun day.
Aaron and Austin, late show.